if you empty out those 8 items and you have more things waiting, the next time you go into your delivery box, those will show up instead. Next up, we have change jobs. Now you have main job and support job if you've unlocked support job. When you first start the game, this is not available. You have to do one of 2 quests to unlock it at level 18. So I go into main job, and you see that I have 20 jobs available here. When you first start the game, you have the top 6, and then the other 14 are unlocked through quests. At the moment, I have Scholar at level 12, and everything else at level 20 or higher. I'm just working on getting Scholar up to level 20 before I continue on. And you can also select your support job, which at the moment I have selected as Blue Mage. Now I'm going to show you what happens when you change your job here. I have in my inventory, go to that, items, I have in my inventory all the equipment I typically use on White Mage, which is level 70. So I'm going to change job now to White Mage / Black Mage. If you have the items that you were last equipped with on that job in your inventory, it'll put them on you. If you've since taken them out of your inventory, you'll tend to end up naked. I just switched my support job to Black Mage, which doesn't have any visual indication, but it will change what abilities and spells I can use. I now have access to all of the Black Mage spells up to half my level. Right now my White Mage level is 70, so my Black Mage level would be 35. If I go to the status screen here, it'll show that in the upper left, level 70 White Mage, level 35 Black Mage, and then it has all my statistics. Well, my most basic statistics. So this is what I look like as White Mage. Some of my gear here is the White Mage artifact armor, notably my hat, gloves, and pants. The boots and body armor piece is from a equipment set called Noble's Gear, which is very handy at my level, but I don't really have a use to wear the whole set. Now, talk about some of the items I have here in my house. Most furniture items are just, appearance. Some you get by doing quests, some you buy. Some items are rewards for seasonal special events, such as these snowmen and my Christmas tree over here. These are obtained by, completing holiday events, and they say, hey, here's some furniture. Now, these 2 hangings on the wall are obtained by completing the different nations' mission lines. I started out Sandiorian, which is this red flag, and I got ranked up to rank 10 Sandioria, and I got this wall hanging from it. And then I switched over to Windurst, and I obtained level 10, rank 10 for Windurst, and they gave me that wall hanging. Now, this room is in the nation of Bastok. I do not have a Bastok wall hanging because I have not yet completed their mission line. But in its place, I have my handy-dandy adventuring certificate here. This certifies that I'm an adventurer. It's funny. This is my table with some holiday events on it and some quest rewards. It's a stationery set and a box of some sort. These my snowmen. They never melt. It's cool. Now, each nation, their Mog houses look different. In Bastok here, as you can see, you have a kind of a stone with wooden rafters, and you have like an adobe fireplace here. In the nation of Sandioria, this would all be nicely paneled and wallpapered, and the adobe stove would be replaced with a more traditional brick fireplace. In the nation of Windurst, this whole area would be wooden siding, kind of like 2x6s or whatever. It'd have a nice wooden look, and rather than a fireplace, it would have a stone fountain that had water pouring out of it. It's very relaxing. Now, is there anything else that we need to talk to the Moogle about? After change job, we have gardening. Now, I do not have any flower pots in my room, so I can't demonstrate this, but basically you place your flower pot like any other furnishing, and then the gardening option becomes available. If I select it now, he'll just tell me I don't have any flower pots. Now when you get flower pots, you can place loot items into them, such as seeds, tree, sapling cuttings, a bunch of different types of seeds, and different things will grow depending on how you take care of your plants. I recommend Googling that. I'm not really into gardening myself. Next we have layout. This allows you to rearrange the furnishings in your room. Basically anything that you have any furnishing item you have placed in your Mog save will be available to be placed in your house. All of the furnishings that I have at the moment are placed, so I'm not going to mess with any more of them. Next, open Mog House. If you are the party leader and you have if you're the leader of a party, you can open your house so that people can come in and visit. They cannot interact with anything in your house, but they can see it. And you can talk to them and all that neat stuff, but really there's very limited what you can do in a Mog House because it's not in the game proper. They kind of arrange the Mog Houses in the non-game space apartment style in order to save server resources. So while you're in your Mog House, there's a whole bunch of things you can't do because you're not actually in the game. You're logged in, but the server has you placed on some kind of back burner. Now I'm not in a party, so opening my Mog House does not really do anything for me. And then you can go to leave. Now when you select to leave your Mog House, your Moogle will ask you what you want to do, and you can select stay or go. In each town though, there's a mission available, or a quest available rather, so that you can unlock your Mog House to open into any area. Then you get these choices. You can stay in your room, exit in the area that you entered from, or select an area to exit. In Bastock, that would be Bastock Mines, Bastock Markets, or Port Bastock. I'll select Port Bastock, but we'll handle Bastock in the next episode, so to speak. See you all later.